Okay, let's go on to number 2 here. So we just looked at number 1, which was a parabola that opened down. Now let's go to number 2. I'm going to focus in on this one over here. Okay, so we need to do our axis of symmetry. So, and if you want to write down what A, B, and C are, that might be a good idea. So A is 1, B is 4, and C is 2. And we'll get to the quadratic formula later in this unit, so it might be a good idea to jot those down. All right, so I need to do, again, x equals the opposite of b over 2a for my axis of symmetry. So it's going to be x equals, b is 4, so it's negative 4 all over 2 times 1. So my axis of symmetry, I'll call it the AOS, negative 4, this is 2, so negative 4 divided by 2 is at negative 2. So there's my axis of symmetry. And make sure you write it as an equation. Don't just say negative 2. If I ask for the axis of symmetry, you have to write x equals negative 2, the equation of a vertical line. So my axis of symmetry comes right on that vertical line at x equals negative 2. So now I need my vertex. The vertex will be on that axis of symmetry at negative 2 something. We need to plug in negative 2. So I'm looking at this right here, so I have y is equal to negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 plus 2. If I square first, that's 4. This is negative 8 in the middle, so I have 4 plus negative 8, which is negative 4. Add 2 will be negative 2. So here my x and y ended up the same. So my vertex is at negative 2, which is going to be right there. Now we need to determine direction of opening. A is 1, so this one is going to open up because A is positive. It's going to have this general shape. And then if it has that, it has a minimum or a lowest point. So it has a minimum value. So it opens up. There's my vertex. And find the minimum value. The minimum value is the y value of your vertex. Your max or min is always going to occur at the y value of the vertex. So the minimum value is negative 2. Again, it's that value right there. And then we need to identify the y-intercept, which is where it crosses the y-axis. Now on number 1, it was way off the grid. This one, the y-intercept is always the c value, so in this case the y-intercept is 2. Now we need to make a table of values. And you want to put the vertex in the middle. So the vertex was at negative 2, so it's negative 2, negative 2. And I'm going to choose a couple values smaller, so negative 3 and negative 4. And a couple values bigger, negative 1 and 0. Okay, and I'm not going to show putting all these in. I'm going to complete the table here, plug them into your calculator. But when you plug in negative 1, you should get negative 1. You'd do exactly what I did, plugging in negative 2 here to find my vertex. Okay, when I plug in negative 3, I should also get negative 1. When I plug in 4, I get positive 2. And when I plug in 0, I get 2. And now this should make sense because we said the y-intercept was 2. So at 0, we're at 2 right here. So at 0, we're at 2. At negative 1, we're at negative 1, which is right there. So this side of the parabola is going to go like this. And then at negative 3, we're at negative 1, which is right there. And at negative 4, we're at positive 2, which is up there. So this side, and I'm off just a little bit here, sorry about that. Okay, and put arrows on the end, there's your parabola.